We are heading into, voila, Game 3 of SG versus paiN. Blitz, I'd like to tell you another story.
Let's hear it.
The story of 40R, a.k.a. Adriano.
Okay.
Now, Adriano has been playing, this whole season has been playing against paiN Gaming, who is his former team. Last year, most of this roster of paiN Gaming was actually underneath the SG Esports.
So he got ditched.
And he got ditched, yes.
Okay.
They left him behind and replaced him with Mandy for this year, who was then, in turn, later replaced with Weehaw. So Adriano, left out in the cold, was forced to cobble together this lineup. Now, he put together some Midas Club members, Costabile and La Posa, who both played on Midas Club last year when everybody else was on SG. Basically, think of the rankings like last year. It was SG number 1, Midas Club number 2 when it comes to Brazil. And then this year, it's growing. We've got now paiN number 1, maybe. Most of the year, they've been number 1. SG number 2, and then Midas Club still number 3. Feels like they're the ones who just always get kind of the rejects from the other Brazilian teams. But Adriano had to cobble together this lineup and even had to enlist some North American help in Stanking and Fleet to be able to round out this roster to claim revenge against paiN Gaming.
Revenge, you say?
To show that he was worth.
He should have been taken.
That he should have been on paiN. Or maybe that it was the rest of paiN and King RD who was wrong. And claimed that spot.
Well,
to not Seattle, to Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, British Columbia. To represent South America, and in this, to represent Brazil. It's a lot of fun storylines between these two teams. We haven't even touched Stanking and Fleet, which I'm sure we will at some point. But this game, we've got a draft, and it is very different drafts for one side, anyway. Bloodseeker, Clockwork, and Oracle for SG. Very different heroes from what we would normally expect. paiN Gaming are going with some pretty normal stuff. They're going to go for the Warlock opening. Completely expected. Ember Spirit, high value for both of these teams. As Weehaw as well as HFN have played very good Ember Spirit games for paiN Gaming in the past. And now just, I would say, pretty normal forward position. One of the more value ones in the Tusk. A good save mechanism against the Bloodseeker. Seen a lot of teams draft the Tusk against him.
They lost with the Ember in game 1, right? Oh no, it was SG that played it. Man, when this hero feels strong, it feels strong though. And it's good so far this game. The annoying part about it is the Oracle, like the purge and debuff and all that. But
yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Bloodseeker is in your Magnus hero, right?
I don't think so.
So we need something bigger and badder.
It can be, actually. Because when you Blood Rage yourself and you get empowered, you'll clear Ancients really fast.
Yeah.
Omni Knight. Well,
that's a good anti-Bloodseeker hero for sure. Keeps everyone's HP high. Gives you physical damage immunity when Bloodseeker goes in for the kill.
Yeah, they've got 2 different heals. The Warlock and the Omni Knight. They have a ton of team fight now.
And so what do we need to wrap it all up here?
Feels
like a big hard carry.
Yeah, I like paiN's lineup so far. They have a good mix. They lack a little bit in the physical damage department. They have good team fight, decent catch. With the Ember and Tusk are a pretty good kill combo. I guess the only... they have decent ways to start fights. I don't know where they lack. Maybe just like Roche taking. They're pretty garbage at. Whereas like any Bloodseeker lineup will always be good at Roche. Because you can just Blood Rage Roche on.
So I don't like Spectre
For who?
against Bloodseeker,
Okay.
but I do want a hard carry like that.
Hmm. Okay. What do you think on this?
Dire team bad.
You want to pull? Well, they're going to ban Spectre anyway.
What about the King of Monks?
Monkey King? Yeah, he's a problem. But then you potentially, I think with Monkey King, you potentially give away the late game to SG
you know what I
because
would
they have a
take?
Magnus combo.
That would be hilarious. I would take Wraith King.
5 seconds
Oh,
remaining.
wowzers. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, or like Morph or something. I don't know. I'm sure
You would just have a bunch of mid-game team fight. What about Luna?
Team pick.
Might be a little dangerous, just because there could be like a Magnus Jug or something.
Yeah. I wanted.
10 seconds remaining.
I was kind of a fan of that. MK or
5 seconds
what's the
remaining.
other
Troll?
one? Troll's not bad. Troll's really nice. CK.
I was thinking about Chaos Knight as well, but I wasn't sure if you wanted it against
Hey, that was one of my original two.
Mag +1.
I said Morph or shit. What was my other hero that I suggested? Monkey. Monkey or Morph.
You can empower yourself.
I just think it's good this game. They don't have
Yeah.
a lot of catch.
There isn't too many heroes that it actually like it's good to turn into
What are you bothered
for a
by
Morphling,
in
but
this game if you're SG or if you're Morphling? Like what actually scares you?
5
This should be a pretty free game for HFN depending on what-
Anti-Mage.
I mean this would be a sick game. Yeah, I don't know if they could kill him. You'd have an empowered AM.
An empowered AM. The only lockdown you have is Ember Spirit and Tusk.
You'll get a Manta.
Morphling doesn't feel good shotgunning him.
You feel really nice playing AM against Ember at a certain point. Boss call.
Choose your hero.
10 out of 10, buddy.
Thanks.
Take a bow. I called the Morph, you called the AM.
That's why we're a team. Pump it.
Let's do it.
Ah, there it is. The Elephant Magnus. That's why Laposa's #1.
Such a gross set.
That is hilarious. I love it, man.
0 out of 10.
It reminds me of the Han hero Oliphant.
What? The hell's that?
It was a cross between... No, it was Cthulhu font. Sorry. Something like
Are
that.
you doing the... Did you do the plus voice record?
Yes, I did. Thank you for reminding me, though.
Well, one of us would have to do it.
I am on point this game. And last game, for the most part.
Wait, did Baidu beat somebody?
Who did Baidu beat?
I think Baidu beat Immortals.
Ooh.
Something like that.
Baidu beat someone else good early on in the qualifiers as well.
Really?
All right, heading into the game. Just put the right overlay up now so I don't forget. And here comes the chat wheel spam.
Prepare for a lesson.
Weeha is going to be the odd man out, going for hero lines.
What a loser. Baidu King Stack.
So what is the, since we have a pause going on, we could talk about it. What is the current setup for the North American qualifiers? According to the Wikipedia.
Oh, I don't know if I should spoil it. Is it even really a spoiler? Does
It's
anyone
not a
care?
spoil. We're gonna keep you updated. It's like ESPN, you know. We're keeping you updated on the other games while.
I guess if you didn't want to get spoiled, you would have just... Okay, whatever. Yeah, they beat Immortals. Whoever...
So
the one guy who's going to watch a replay
Can you
for
pull up
that, my
the
bad.
wiki list for me so we can see 1 through 8
Yeah, sure.
where everyone's at? We could just update on all the regions, to be honest. Because most people, I don't think, are watching this Dota 24/7. They're usually just watching one region.
I don't want to do all that. Okay, so
Okay.
right now Cole, V2J, and Optic are all 5-1, and will most likely end 6-1. Leviathan, Just a Squad, and Immortals are actually in the bottom 3. And EG will 99.9% get through. I think there's actually no way for them to drop down.
They're 3-3, and they haven't faced Leviathan yet.
Yeah, so they're like...
So there would have to be some hard gatekeeping from BSJ.
Who'd Leviathan beat?
What the heck? What is this? What is that taunt?
From who?
Did you know Omni Knight had a taunt?
No? Well, now I do.
Look at that.
God, that thing with his eyes is creepy as shit.
He's just floating through the air. Oh my god.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that like a recent? Is that was just added into the game? I've never seen this before.
You're a big fan of it.
I mean, it's just so dramatic.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
It is one of the more you can't ignore ones. Light.
I mean,
rains
it comes
down.
with music. He does an animation that is very unique. I mean, that is a little uncanny. He's just floating around like he's possessed. You must exorcise the demons. All right, we're just gonna have a trade off of bounty runs. No contest. Don't. I said no contest. Get out of there, Costa Bile. You ain't doing shit. And we're off to the races. Mid lane, we're going to have Weeha Ember Spirit versus Adriano, a.k.a. 40R, and his Bloodseeker. He's going to be very reliant on this aggro tri-lane from SG with Leposa, Stan King, and Flea, playing the Magnus, Oracle, and Clockwork, respectively. That leaves our Costa Bile Anti-Mage alone in the bottom lane.
Man,
He's going to be facing up against Omni Knight and Tusk.
SG don't really have playmaking cores.
No, they do not. They have a...
Mag is a slow hero.
Okay, here comes Flea. Flea was just body blocking the creep wave, cog blocking it as well for to make sure that Stan King and Leposa had a nice start to the creep equilibrium. As a result, King RT has taken a ton of damage. Now, they need to make sure that these heroes take a lot of damage because Bloodseeker can really win that mid matchup against Ember Spirit, right?
Yeah, right now he's just right-clicking him. Thing about Ember is that he's gonna... a lot of his harass is just gonna get blocked off. But there's no way for him to lose his Flame Guard. So in that way, it's a little bit more even. But Bloodseeker just does so much damage. Any sort of advantage he gets from the side lanes.
And if he gets a little bit too much damage from the side lanes, these heroes drop too low, he could go for a dive.
Yeah, this is kind of scary for paiN though. Like, they need to be able to pressure this AM in lane, but they're just going to make the swap counter back.
And this is where SG, they may not have any playmakers, but they can win the laning phase really hard.
Yeah.
And they're just going to go toe for toe, follow HFN wherever he goes. They're going to try and get the skewer kill onto King RD, dropping him a bit low. Flea is here, ready to go with the cogs, but actually didn't quite position himself, and they're going to miss out on the kill. And HFN tried to go on Stan King a little bit, but...
This Bloodseeker now deals like 100 a hit. Don't
Yeah.
mess with him, Weeha. Oh my lord. When Weeha's not in tower range, only has 3 armor.
Painful lane. I like this idea. This the way they start off with the Magnus Oracle against the Morphling. Like, such heavy burst damage, especially at level 3 from Stan King, is really going to threaten this Morphling a lot. He can't remain full agility, and that means Magnus will have a huge damage lead on him thanks to Empower.
Just continues to farm. Both sides. Weeha, this is the first time I've seen him kind of lose a lane pretty hard. There's not a whole lot he can do.
Okay, there we go. We had the kill at bottom lane. I missed it.
Good start to both your Ob's career and this game for paiN.
So what, Stan King was just caught by Ice Shards, I'm guessing?
Dire's middle tower.
Flea has had a little bit of difficulty getting good cogs. I've seen him bring the Omni Knight in quite a number of times. Now, Weeha just kind of abandoned the lane for a little while. Does manage to pick up his bottle as well as a double damage. Flea is all out of regen, trying to win the lane as best he can for Costabile. Like, Animage's farm is not going to feel great, but as long as his farm is doing better than Morphling, which he is by quite a large margin, and the Magnus is doing better. Nice skewer back in, but the snowball out of the tower range, straight onto Sand King. They're going to try and blow up King RD, but it looks like with the magic wand, he'll stay alive. Never mind, Sand King executes him. That's that level 3 we're talking about. The 2 levels of Purifying Flames is terrifying.
The anti-mage going to get harassed out a little bit here. Costabile wanted the one-on-one against Tavo. It's nice because you just zone back by getting rid of the Omni Knight's mana with 2 or 3 hits because he's already used his nuke once. Then you get Ring of Health and his harass doesn't mean as much.
Mm-hmm.
This mid lane 4DR, it's gone for a double Wraith Band build. Curious. It's a good amount of stats though early on. Also, if you didn't know this, Wraith Band no longer gives you damage. So the stats overall are just nice to have.
Presuming he's going to build into Ring of Kill. Bottom lane, Sand King needs some help, especially with Weehawk coming in. They've already killed him. They're going to try and catch Laposa as well. Couldn't get the chains on him before the skewer away,
This is how bad Weehawk feels about this mid lane. This is how little he wants to be here. That he was just ditching. He's just like, well, I can't do anything.
Yeah. Especially with 40R now having his Rupture level 6.
Yeah, 40R's got 32 CS with 18 denies. He has more denies than Weehaw has last hits. Weehaw right now is scooping up bounty runes for his team.
It seems like the early Ember Spirit picks are just being punished so heavily. First we had Clinks, Weehaw versus 40R. Now we've got the other way around with Bloodseeker matched up against it both times around. The Ember Spirit has been pretty much 2 levels down against the opposing mid.
I mean, I think it's still a pretty good Ember game, and I kind of understand why they picked it, but especially in this game, it's getting abused. We have seen Embers come back from like...
He's got a Rupture. He's got Fleet. He needs to be able to get the cogs done.
Oh, no!
Like I said, Flea has had kind of a rough game.
Flea, half a pixel. If that.
But he also knew that half a pixel was half a second.
No, he had that.
I know, but...
Oh, he had that.
Rough.
Weehaw, I think, also bought his own sentry to de-ward. He's got 2 wards on him right now. He's the new ward guy.
Well, he didn't die to the first Rupture, which means he can stay in lane for another 20 seconds.
Oh, man.
I like how he barely escapes due to an enemy mistake, and he still only gets like 30 seconds of farm as a result before the next Rupture is up. That won't quite be enough for him to get his level 6, unfortunately for him. Costabile is now behind the Morphling. Morphling, HFN has picked it up big time in the CS department. The early lead by the Magnus has faltered. And, well, he's sitting as 36 and 10, so he's doing pretty well. But the Omni Knight has picked things up as well, 38 and 8. Seems like this is probably just how the matchup goes. Omni Knight gets really strong at level 5. Magnus is really strong in those first couple of levels. Bloodseeker locked in. Snowball coming in. They're going to try and hit him. Bloodright does land onto the Ember Spirit as well as the toss slowing down the Rupture. Weehaw is going to get executed. Now they're going to try and TP out on King RD, but 40R does too much damage, and he will heal off of that kill as well.
He hits so hard at this point. He's very tanky, really farmed, just really stat heavy.
I can't believe they tried to go for that kill, honestly.
Yeah.
They didn't even have level 6 on Ember.
He's just getting, I think he's getting desperate right now. Because I don't think Weehaw, this is the first time we've really seen him hit back. He's about to hit 6 though. If the range creep dies, he's going to try to maybe go for this.
Oh, he does have the level 6. Sand King was there though, and he was a bit scared.
I feel like he goes for that triple remnant.
Yeah.
Into chains. That's most likely a kill.
Taking a look at net worth here, top 2, Bloodseeker and Magnus, though the 3 cores of paiN Gaming are all ahead of the Animage. As you can see, Tavo, with his Soul Ring now, can just always get these Purification nukes on the AM. So the Oracle is a great pickup against any Ember Spirits for a couple reasons. Not only do you have Fortune's End, which dispels the Flame Guard, you also have the Fate's Edict to be able to protect an ally against the Remnant Burst Down. And then you'll have the False Promise to be able to protect your allies as well.
I mean, I don't
Get
like
rid
that
of the
one.
chains.
Huh? False Promise is just good against anybody, right?
Yeah.
Man, 40 yards being an ass. He's just constantly faking the ulti.
Is under attack.
And he's almost 3 levels ahead of Weehaw right now. This has got to be really concerning if you're paiN. Because you know that Costabile has the better, like he has the best hero late game.
Yeah.
If you accept that the anti-mage is the best hero in this game, and he's got a Magnus that's going to back him up, you have to do something to apply the pressure. And I think that's why they're making these like desperate-ish moves, because they know the situation at hand. Like HFN, yeah, the Morphling is good, but we've long known anti-mage as the counter to Morph, which is why they last picked anti-mage into Morph. And why paiN decided to try to go for the aggro, so they could try to shut down the AM early on.
Weehaw is making sure to stay on top of 40R, but there's a lot of allies of Adriano's coming in. Tier 1 tower at half HP, HFN quickly taking this one. paiN Gaming will have several advantages soon. King RT needs to be able to get a good Ice Shards here and a good Snowball. Snowball over to the neutrals. Block himself in, trying to go for the TP out, but 40R just reaches over the Shards and cuts his throat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
So paiN not only have the playmaking heroes, but they also have the early tower leads. Even if and the leads didn't go terribly for them. After that tower kill, they're now slightly up in net worth. It's Bloodseeker, though. That is the one big playmaker that SG has, and they're putting a lot of eggs in that basket.
He's already got an unbelievable amount of farm. He's got 2 kills. Hasn't taken the mid tower or anything like that, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
he doesn't really need to do too much but act as like a distraction core cap. If he can keep the eyes off of Costabile, like this anti-mage will sneak up on you, then he'll become the true carry of this game.
Top tower is
So
under
do you like his build as a result?
Yeah.
SNY?
He's just gonna fight. He's gonna
Just
go
a-
like SNY BKB and
Yeah.
just take fights non-stop.
Just a good mid-game build. No, like, Radiance, like, trying to hard carry the game or anything like that.
Because he doesn't need to. He's not the true hard carry of this game.
He's
the
also
soft
not
carry.
going the Blade Mail Yules build, which we've seen.
Once. I've seen it once.
Meh, once this qualifiers. It used to be a very common pickup. RP, they're going to throw everything they can, trying to execute the Omni Knight, but he does manage to get off the Repel Guardian Angel. TP's out. They thought that the Rupture Skewer play would be enough to finish him off, but he lives with about 200 HP. And paiN spam the chat wheel to taunt SG in their failed maneuver. Bye-bye Flame Guard. And bye-bye Mana. And bye-bye Weehaw. Bye-bye Weehaw. Well, he's been trying to get real aggressive in this mid lane, especially against that Animage, but he pays for it. Pays for it big time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Costabile blinking in. They're going to try and catch him with the Ice Shard. Misses the Snowball as well. They didn't even have Walrus Punch, so seems unlikely to be able to get that kill. Supports are all closing out on their level 6s, though. Flea already has his. We saw from the Clockwork Hook earlier. And Stanking is almost level 7. paiN, meanwhile, Duster and Tusk, they're a bit behind in the experience. They've had to do a little bit more rotations than the SG supports have had to, so it makes sense that they're a bit behind.
They've
They're
just had to
just-
run around.
Just going to keep trying to pressure towers.
They should. The anti-mage is slow right now. Like, you need to do as much as you possibly can in the next 15 minutes. Take away the space of the AM, take away his jungle, and just constantly apply pressure. And there is the upside of the fact that the Morphling is 3 levels ahead of this AM right now. The Omni Knight's also in a very successful game. You're just, you know that you're on a timer, but it's a pretty good
Wanted
start.
Flea, but oh, he hook shots over the edge. Even if he did have the false promise. wanted to make sure his escape was complete.
Radiant's middle tower is
Adriano,
under attack.
just gonna take this top tower by himself. Does so much damage with the empower. At 13 minutes cap, this guy's hitting for 160, 170.
They're losing so many towers. Can they really just not fight? I guess not until Blink Dagger on Magnus.
Yeah, I think they're just chilling. The team fight from paiN is still overwhelmingly strong. Like Warlock plus Fatal Bonds, you're probably
Yeah.
gonna lose that fight. At bottom though,
Middle tower is under attack.
wow, nice pick.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah, big pick off on Costabile. Mid lane, Flea is still sitting here with his Invis rune, trying to find an opening somewhere. They don't want to give up this, all these creeps.
Too late. They're looking for the angle right now. Laposa does have the Blink Dagger and the ulti. Adriano's still really strong, just not really quite willing to fight.
And they know there's heroes missing. They've already seen King RT for a while in the top lane. They know there's about only 3 of them here. They start pushing out, trying to catch somebody, but paiN's already pretty far away, unless HFN gets greedy here.
I just watched. Oh, here we
Spots
go.
him, gets ruptured.
Doesn't have.
Does not have a waveform. They're going to RP to make sure he can't go anywhere. Tavo's going to try and provide the heals. There goes that Guardian Angel, immediately dispelled by stanking. He held on to that, knowing that the dispel was going to be
Silence.
needed. They've already killed him. Now the pushback onto Tavo gets off a heal. Doesn't matter. The Bloodseeker's far too large. Will be able to kill both of those cores. What a massive play.
Oh, I don't think you stay there.
That was greedy.
That was very greedy. They showed the tusk for such a long time. There's no way they were going to get the fight.
And you knew they were hunting. You have this ward behind the tier 1 mid.
Yep.
You knew there was a bunch of heroes there.
And the
They weren't showing on the creeps on mid. That was thanks in part to this ward right here, which revealed the Morphling, which is why he was able to get the rupture without the blood right. I'm BRB.
Who was the team that SG play or paiN would play, and they just wouldn't say why they were going, and they wouldn't say anything at all? Was that
That was
Thunder?
I think that was Thunder, yes.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of drama and memes out of this South American qualifier. We had, what, the all chat of King Tekka, surprisingly did not, it actually got overshadowed by the Midas Club Mall.
Yeah. What did he say
the-
again?
He had to go to his,
No,
had to go.
No, the Midas, or what did King Tekka say again?
Oh, I do not want to repeat that on air. It was
Really?
very offensive.
Oh, it was that bad?
Yes.
Mute yourself.
Again, that's King Tekka for you. And then we had the Midas Club Mall and the Thunder Predator macro. We had unpauses and the open qualifiers. I practically forgot about that drama. That was a while ago. And then we had the internet issues.
Hmm. Now I really want to know what Tekka said. He was that offensive, huh?
40R gets a little bit too far trying to chase down the golem, and now he's actually fine. Because he's got Sand King behind him. At any point in time, he could just False Promise and then Bloodseeker. Well, there's several things he can do. He could just run away, but if he also gets a heal while False Promised, he gets double the amount that he heals off of killing that hero, which is quite dangerous. Start killing some Ancients. Magnus will help him. As you said, Blood Rage and Empower makes for a pretty good way to clean up Ancient stacks. And he's already finished up his S&Y, just needs to deliver the Yasha, and now he's going to be working on the BKB, just as Blitz Dota predicted.
He's going to BKB next, right?
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
That's what I said.
As I predicted.
As you predicted, will ya?
He's gonna casually TP out? No.
No, he's gonna fight because he can.
They're all gonna die. 40R is so stupid strong right now. Get the skewer. Get the skewer. Get the skewer.
King RD is dead as well now.
I just like seeing death.
Well, your wish is granted. That was 2 down in the top lane, and SG
Man,
40R is at 9K net worth right now.
SG is fighting back.
Maelstrom about to be picked up by Weehaw. How's our Morphling doing in farm? He's about to finish up the Lincoln, so he doesn't have to worry so much about the Rupture. You still have the, you still have RP control. You still have hookshot cogs. You still are facing an Animage, and when you do have Lincolns, Purifying Flames, especially if he gets the Cat's range at level 15, long range, near instant cast way to be able to break Lincolns. Three-man smoke up. They already have 40R showing in the top lane. He's going to chill out. His allies are going to smoke to him. They're a little bit afraid that paiN is actually in their own jungle as a group. That's not the case, though. 2 bottom right now, 1 mid. Weehaw's just going to push this wave into the tier 3 tower, hoping to be able to force a reaction out of SG. SG, not concerning themselves, though, are going to keep on hunting here, knowing that someone has got to rotate and protect this tier 2. It's going to be King RT spotted with the flames, but Fortune's End, Fate's Edict, Purifying Flames, False Promise. Man, those abilities are just not straightforward. Fortune's End really does not tell you which ability that is, you know? That could be literally any of the 4.
Your fortune has ended.
Yeah, like, that almost sounds like False Promise, you know?
No, okay. So, Fortune's End. You're right.
Because that could very easily be the ability
Purifying
that
Flames
saves
and
you.
False Promise is nice.
Okay, Purifying Flames is good, yes.
Fortune's End is actually not very descriptive.
No.
I'll
And
cop to that.
Fate's Edict?
All of Clockworks are very straightforward. So is Magnus.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Smoke is broken. Weehawk gets out of there.
Blind hook shot from Flea, maybe?
Nope.
Nah.
Not going to go for it. At least this is going to allow Costabile to get like 2 waves. Just continue to create space for the AM.
And space for King RT.
Dude, a lot of the stacks that I feel like for the AM went to Adriano.
Yes.
Kind of a dick move, but
I kind of agree with it just because of how important his BKB is, right?
it is.
Like, if
That's
he's
his,
not
like, I'm
facing
not
an
gonna
Omni
throw at
Knight,
him.
he could play a lot more active. But because it's an Omni Knight, so much of his early game unstoppable Bloodseeker phase is kind of countered.
Yeah. He's scaling pretty hard right now, though.
Yeah.
It's like keeping up with the pace of the game. It is only 1k slightly in favor. But again, you're playing against a Mag AM. Eventually, like, that should pull through. And there is a lot of teamfight on the side of paiN. And they do have pretty good control. The Omni Knight will be effective against the Anti-Mage too when he pops his ulti, so
SG are fast to pick up the bounty runes. Now, paiN should have the other 2, but they're not really in position to grab it just yet. Yule Scepter for Tavo. Understandably, he's got the Rupture and Bloodright to worry about, so Yule's buys him a lot of time in that regard. Helps him dodge some damage. He's going to head up to the top lane. Weehaw's already trying to catch some of these heroes. King RT actually came in from behind, managed to catch 40R, locked him into the Ice Shards, and they're going to chain him Snowball as well. HFN is now here to help blow up the Bloodseeker. What a big pickoff for paiN Gaming. They needed something like that, and it was all thanks to King RD playing somewhere in this jungle area, I presume. Came in from behind and
almost has his
caught the
blink now.
Bloodseeker.
HFN is now the top in the net worth charts. Alright, so he needs to just continue to get massive. Like we said, the Morph AM one, I think Crow once said it was like maybe, I think he updated. Before he thought it was like 80-20. Oh, they managed to kill
Wow.
across the map.
King
But
RD and Weehaw
Yeah.
just killed.
I think this is like a 70-30 matchup. Still in favor of AM, but like not miserable, but still strong for AM. Oh,
Hook shot. Just grabbing Duster. HFN. Well, you can cogs.
what's going on?
All right, you're good, actually.
What did I just watch there?
I don't know. This Flea was...
Dude, HFN's gonna be a beast. He's gonna steal battery assault and just walk at them.
That is not a fantastic steal.
Why? You can also cogs around you and create this, like... You get Dragon Lance so that you can attack over it.
Yeah. Just create your own barrier.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me, name one issue with that.
I can't think of a single one, William. You got me. What if Sniper could do something like that?
What are you talking
You know,
about?
instead of shrapnel, he just created a barrier? Like a wall in front of him?
I don't think
just
shrapnel is
shot
the issue
over
with
it?
that hero. I think it's the fact that everything kills him.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, what if he could create a barrier?
Sniper's another hero.
Call it fortifications. Wait, no, that's glow.
There's a
What if he built a tower and then got on top of the tower and shot down on the enemy?
I feel like that would not be.
That's a little school shooterish,
yeah,
actually.
I'm not a big fan of that.
That sounds bad.
Let's see. What if? I don't know.
What if he could go invisible? That's a sniper thing, you know?
Yeah. That actually I'm okay with. So instead of having to get a Shadow Blade,
Yeah.
he has like Wind Run. Just give him Wind Run.
Just the
With
old
invis.
wind run, the old skeleton walk.
I'm down.
Weeha's going to push into the Tier 3 tower to offset the fact that SG are going to clearly take this Tier 2. paiN Gaming do not want to back up. They want to keep the pressure on paiN Gaming side of the map.
If they could get a catch here.
And this 4-man smoke may just do that for them. 40R does have a BKB, though,
missed.
so he is tough to pop. They would have to blink in, Walrus Punch, Snowball Stun, and kill him in that small
Into the
stun
Warlock
duration.
Rock.
Warlock Rock as well. So that's maybe, what, 3 seconds of chain stun?
There you go. What do you got?
Could you kill a Bloodseeker in 3 seconds? You've got the Ethereal Blade, you've got the shotgun, but not going to go for it. Couldn't find the pick, so they'll reset, try and go for Leposa here in the top lane. King RD does not have detection for Leposa, who's been doing this quite a bit with his Shadow Amulet. He's just about to complete the full Shadow Blade now. So you now have the counter to the Bloodseeker. Or no, sorry, they're on the same team. But if they were facing against each other, Blitz, Ice Frog did give him a 400 blink cast range, which felt like it was specifically to counter Bloodseeker. It was really weird.
It's a DD Morphling bottled up. This should take a fight. This Morph is stupid strong right now, and Anti-Mage still needs 2 items to fight.
How long does Morph last? 35 seconds?
It's a good
Plus
amount
15.
of time.
I mean, if he just turns into an AM, I feel like that's the scariest one, right?
Yeah?
Because then he could just blink and, you know, turn back, shotgun somebody, still has waveform. You don't even need waveform charges at that point.
I was playing against Henry once, and I was OD, and he was Morphling.
Uh-huh.
And then he just kept trying to become me. Like
Uh-huh.
a shittier version of me. He was going like Hurricane Pike and stuff.
Wait, you're talking about the heroes, or?
Yeah.
Oh. Double damage. HFN Morphling will very quickly take this Roshan, and the only person who could stop it is maybe Flea. He does have the vision, ready to go with the hook shot. He's going to go in, goes in, and Aegis picked up by HFN. Barely managed to grab it, blows up the clockwork almost immediately. In 40R, he can't actually target Tavo fast enough. He could stop at the golem. He's going to be saved by Stan King just in time, but is 40R actually going to be able to get out? He's going to try and go for a kill, but the snowball save onto the toss, slowed down by the upheaval. 40R is dead. He actually did not get any heals during that time, and as a result, 3 down, and the Aegis still for HFN. They're immediately going to go for a push onto the Tier 2 and probably poke a little bit at that high ground.
Man, they're abusing the fact that they don't have playmaking cores right now.
All right, that was wrong. It's definitely turning into a Bloodseeker and blood raging herself with a shotgun. Oh, that is the scariest one.
Don't they just keep going?
Yeah, they definitely keep going.
Radiant's middle tower.
Blood rage herself. Oh wait, he ran out. No more Morphle.
I mean, That Bloodseeker doesn't have BKB.
They're just going to keep repelling.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
What?
What is that? Okay, no one cares. No one cares. HFN going for the melee racks. That's the important one. And Tavo and Duster are in the right place, which is behind HFN, trying to protect Flea. The Glimmer Cape play with the battery assault is actually being very disruptive. Now the jump forward. HFN is going to finish off that melee rack and try and TP away with the repel still up. The Clockwork Hook will stop him, so HFN is going to... Oh! Wow. That is a Bloodseeker who just got one shot. A Blood Rage Morphling kills him. He's going to try and get out. Tavo's here. Can give him a repel. And he's going to turn and fight Costa He's just dead. HFN's going to kill Francis Lee next. And now he could just keep going. He's got plenty of mana. He's going to try and run over Stan King. Stan King doesn't know where he's going. He's going to try and throw False Promise on himself. But that is so much damage.
8 times over.
He is mega dead.
He heals to full.
Ultra kill for HFN. And the melee racks down.
Why did they have to be there?
I
guess in a way it worked out. They used RP,
did.
right, to kill?
What?
RP's down as a result, though.
Yes, it is.
So their deaths were for the RP. And now their game is just kind of over. Huh.
Okay. I guess they're not going to go more. I thought they would have.
Yeah. That was
scary against the Magnus. You can always skewer people back into the base. Just like that.
Dude, that was optimistic, Tavo.
Yeah.
Repel does not make you invincible. Oh man, 4DR. That lead that he had over everyone is now obliterated.
Yeah. Do you go Rupture damage or Lifesteal?
Probably Rupture damage.
Because on one side, you do have Skewer for the Rupture damage. But on the other side, you do have False Promise. So it's like a 50% Lifesteal.
On the Morph. So that he doesn't get mana burned. I like this item build a lot. He's trying to like make it so that he won't lose to the AM in fights.
And now this Tavo Omni-Knight doesn't have to play around him all the time.
Yeah, he can play his position in game. Oh man, the AM going in and dying like that was pretty massive though.
Yeah.
Even giving up racks is better than slowing down your momentum there. They have everything up now. Warlock Golem online.
SG. Pop the smoke on HFN. Ward Sentry laid down. They're going to pop Stan King. No, he barely managed to get off the Fate's Edict before the blast hits him. Laposa, careful, my friend. I'm not sure. They need to decide right now as a team. Are they going to go for this fight around the tier 2 or are they going to give it up? Because right now, Costa Bile is getting some good split push time in at the bottom lane. And they can't afford anybody to get picked off early. Hook shot. It's going to be a swing and a miss there from Flea. Now King RT is actually going to blink forward, seeing the opportunity to go for the Oracle. Force-staffs himself away. Skewer in onto the Warlock. He drops a golem immediately. Laposa did not want to commit the RP, but gets a 4-man RP. Costa Bile's here. Give him the Magnus. Magnus, he might be able to blow up everyone, but the Guardian Angel goes off just in time. Costa Bile is not able to kill everyone just yet, but he got him a low for the Blood Rage Bloodseeker to try and come in. The Morphling waveforms over some people, but ends up staying alive just a little bit longer. Ends up dying so much damage. HFN kills 40R. Forces him back, rather, the Bloodseeker. With the BKB, was able to get away. HFN dropping a bit low, is full agility now. Costa Bile tries to come forward and finish him off. Blink forward, not able to get it. Weha executes both of them and catches the Bloodseeker as well. Triple kill into the Ultra kill.
Ooh. Buyback instantly from Costa Bile.
Hey.
Morph manages to find and mop up the Magnus at the very end there.
That is all 5 of them dead.
That is all 5. The buyback was expended, but Morphling can find the best possible rune for himself in this situation.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not?
Pick up some bounty runes. Weha will heal as well as a result.
They're going to push into this, maybe? Oh, that Omni ult ran in, saving Private Ryan. All in.
If Costa Bile was just there a bit sooner.
Like half a second. That you're not going to get a better RP from that Magnus.
Like, between the Battle Fury and the Empower,
yeah, he just saved that game for you
right
there.
Damage.
They weren't even they weren't G8 during that time either.
Yeah.
He's Laposa. Oh.
And now, instead of winning a big team fight, it is going to be another tier 3 down.
Yeah, that was a game saver by Leposa, and instead you're forced into the anti-mage buyback, further delaying his butterfly. He needs an item on top of that butterfly to be able to fight.
Feels like Tavo should get a Aghanim Scepter, just to make sure there isn't an opportunity like that again.
Yes.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Just so that it's like, okay, if I'm out of position. Like, yes, the Morph has a BKB, but he still goes down there.
Stan King trying to go for the ward. May lose his life as a result, does manage to ult himself, but HFN delivers him a lot of physical damage. They're going to try and jump into the Morphling. Tavo comes in, hoping to be able to save him. Cogs away, pushing back Tavo, but HFN still lives, gets his BKB off. Now running around as a Bloodseeker, waveforms back over to the high ground to make sure they clean up everybody else, and that is it. paiN Gaming will take the third game. It is now 2-1 to their favor in this best of 5.
And despite 40R absolutely crushing in this mid lane, still felt like the game really difficult to win.
No good team fight, no good playmakers, as you said, right?
It's like you look at Magnus and you look at Clock and you're like, well, those are Blitz, those are playmakers, but are they? Like, it's Clockwork against an Ember and a Morphling. Neither of those cores are really threatened by that hero. Flea didn't really get good opportunities this game. Then if you look at the Magnus, like, this guy is an empower bot that pushes out lanes. Like, he's not a guy who's walking around looking for like single kill RPs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I still
him and the Clockwork had the least damage on their teams. That goes to show like how their game they don't have the opportunity to do much.
I know people will flame me and say like, well, Morphling beat AM, but like SG also thought that AM hard beats
yeah, they last picked it against
yeah, they last picked it against Morph. So it is a good matchup. They just weren't able to get it online at any point. Yeah. Like, they gave the majority of the stacks and stuff to 4DR. But I think that was kind of a mistake because 4DR is not the reason why you'll win or lose this game. Like, once he has his BKB, it's fine. Like, his time to farm is over. You needed Costabile to get really farmed. And that one fight at top, that should have been, honestly, Leposa, the 4-man RP away from the Omni Knight. You just cleave 3 times, mana void anybody.
And most of them are pretty much dead.
Yeah, they're gone.
And then your Bloodseeker should clean up everybody else from there because they're all super low.
But that did not happen. They just missed target fired. It was well done by paiN. Like, all the credit in the world to them. They did a very good job of slowing down
HFN had a great performance on this Morphling.
HFN played very well. Weehaw had a really nice recovery. He was like 3 levels behind mid, and he still was able to like make stuff happen. Warlock 2-1-8 Duster. Really good positioning overall. This is one of the few games that I really felt King RD's presence. So
yeah, that's a good point. He got the early blink dagger, and he forced so many bad fights onto SG.
It was like they never. Yeah, I see people already saying like anti-mage outcarries Morphling. Well, like literally every professional player thinks that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to tell you. I just gave you my opinion on the matchup.
When you have this big of a net worth difference, and
yeah, sure. If you're 10,
this is an AM that only has Battle Fury and Manta.
Yeah, it's like
this isn't an anti-mage that's online yet, right?
Yeah. What do you guys want me to say? Like, just lie to you? Oh no, Morphling destroys AM. It's not even close. No, that's not the case at all.
Anyway, that's game number 3, 2-1. I very much hope that SG takes the next game just so we can see a full Game 5 because both these teams deserve it. They've had a long run through this year to head into the international. paiN has been at a lot of LAN events, taking those away from SG multiple times. Meanwhile, SG, this new roster full of a lot of hope and optimism, have already made it to the grand finals. All they have to do is win 2 games, and they will secure their slot to Vancouver to head to TI. But we are going to take a break before we get to that Game 4, so please stick around.